When you canceled that capturing, you said there was like, oh, this was 5 minutes of a ghost capture. And I was like, 5 minutes of a ghost capture sounds like a Radiohead album.
Oh my god,
You're not wrong.
5 seconds.
This one's a pay what we want album.
That sounds like
Pay
a
us
track
what
off,
we want.
That sounds like a track off of OK Computer. God damn.
Doesn't it?
Or Moonshaped Pool.
Yeah.
One of the two.
Oh, we're about to be late, and I don't have my hat.
Wait, Matt. I have a hat.
Oh, just in time.
Welcome back to Jam Pack.
Hey, it's Joe.
I'm Adam.
And Matt.
And these feet are 5 minutes of a ghost catch. It's the album cover for that.
Fuck! I didn't even know you
Single.
could do that.
Can you knock over a light?
That's the opening track. That's the opening track. That's the lead single.
Yeah,
is
yeah.
5 seconds of a ghost capture.
Hey,
That sounds like it came off of like one of Tom York's like solo albums.
do you want me to make this like 10 times easier for you than what I think you're about to attempt?
Go ahead.
That like TP prop thing right there.
You can knock it
can't
over.
hit it. Yeah.
Cool.
TPTKO.
TKO.
Oh, so beforehand, I was starting to mention off air. We were talking about yen and like exchange rates and how like some people.
How do you
get
go down
confused.
from a ledge?
Just
B.
tap down.
No.
Try B. There you
What?
go.
Fuck!
It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's pretty hard. To
I'm
get
sorry,
into.
Owls. I harassed you again. Oh, hold on here.
Yeah.
Neat.
Careful.
Oh.
But I think there's like a yarn or something in there, maybe. I don't know. Oh yeah, there's a thing in there.
Beep 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 beep.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
it's a rift token.
Cool. Cool.
Bye 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 bye. Okay, we're good.
But
Crisis
yeah,
averted.
yeah, we were talking off air about like yen exchange rates and how some people kind of get confused about them because they're roughly the equivalent of like a cent or like probably like 100 yen is roughly like 85 cents or so. I don't know, like it changes, but there's a movie by Broken Lizard, which is the studio that did Super Troopers, Club Dread, Beer Fest. You know, that comedy. It's like a Canadian comedy troupe or something like that. Or I think they're Canadian.
I think you're
Or at least
right.
some of the members are.
Yeah.
But they had another movie called Slam and Salmon. And this movie is set in LA, in like this really fancy LA restaurant. And the setup for the movie is that all the wait staff are
Okay, I went to bed.
like
Cheapers.
are waiters in this fancy LA restaurant. Most of them are like actors or aspiring actors of some kind, and they're all the owner of the restaurant, who is a retired boxer played by Michael Clark Duncan.
Oh yes.
He like informs his second in command that he basically in some sort of like crazy like hunting like event in Japan or something, like they made some like a deal with these Japanese businessmen, and by losing the bet he basically owed them, he's like, I owe them like $100,000 or like something like $1 million or something like that, and they were like, oh my god,
I think
like,
I'm about
that's
to happen,
crazy.
and I'm excited.
So yeah, we can start this. And
Magnificent, stunning. This trophy.
Oh, I can totally hear Amfish now,
Desire
like his like Dio voice or something.
my living room.
All right, he did do.
He did a JoJo abridged,
Abridged.
and his Dio voice is just Tim Curry.
yeah, that makes sense.
Oh,
Makes sense.
yes.
Yep.
That makes sense.
That makes so much sense.
Of course, this big trophy is just a plastic replica. The actual trophy is really tiny.
Oh fuck! I was talking to somebody.
What is that I see? Is it true inner beauty? An innocent soul with a heart of gold?
Oh god. Chicken face.
Oh no, it's just a little girl.
It's like,
Hello.
it's like, I bet that's supposed to be like a really cute moment of her face, but the chicken mask.
Yeah.
Chicken face is even better.
I can use some non-penguin.
As all my penguins are frankly terrible actors. Here's the biz. I need your help.
This is PokerStar Studios.
Terrible losing streak, and I just have
I love platform shoes though, and I love how they're shaped like his chicken, like his.
He's also just like dancing.
he just is dancing like
It's
dude.
like, I've noticed. I think he's doing like a stationary move.
He's doing the robot right now.
Here,
Yeah.
let me take care of
He's doing a little of both.
He's doing a little bit of everything. Oh,
Yeah, so
nice.
the bill that you've acquired, he decides, like, in order to get you to work for me, I'm going to tear up your bill.
Oh, solid. Thanks for doing me a solid.
Oh, this part's neat. So you go over there to get your picture taken.
Wait, I think I'm in the wrong place. Wait,
Talk to him.
Oh, just
The
talk.
most important part of a passport is the picture.
Oh, passport.
darling. You have to look flashy and stunning. Step right over here. Let's take the pic. Okay, put on a smile and stand still, please. Don't move.
Oh boy. Okay.
Is the stick out your tongue a button that you can press?
I think it... Yeah, I think you can
Wait,
press,
I'm gonna
like-
switch the hat.
Oh, sure.
Oh.
Let's see how the picture turned out.
Oh, I wish I had the tongue sticking out that.
Oh, darling, you're not very photogenic. We've got to fix this ugly mugshot up with some old-fashioned photo doctoring.
Photoshop, baby.
Stylish, fashionable, young.
Adobe Photoshop.
You can actually draw on it and draw, like, whatever you want. And some people have, like, made really elaborate paintings and stuff, like drawings and stuff with it.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, you're gonna go for the...
I'm
Oh,
just gonna
it's
do
still
goofy
yellow,
shit.
right? Yeah, there.
I'm just gonna do goofy shit. Yeah, MS Paint, baby.
Oh my.
I'm just
god.
doing whatever. I don't even know what I'm doing.
MS Paint and that space pinball game.
Yes, that
Oh,
was
man.
so
Dude,
much.
I played pinball like crazy all the time. Like the way some people got super into Solitaire and Minesweeper, I loved playing pinball games.
I love playing that pinball.
Especially Pokemon pinball.
Yes.
The Game Boy Color
Pokemon?
and the Game Boy Advance one.
I've only played the
Oh,
advanced one, but it's a
Oh,
fun time.
that's
That's
so
fucking
good.
new
The
to
Game Boy
me.
Color one is basically like a less good Game Boy Advance one, but like the Game Boy Advance one improved on it pretty much every way. But dude, the magnificent. The Game Boy Advance one is available on the Wii U eShop, and I have played it. My high score is like 3 billion.
Wow.
Yeah, I caught I don't know if I caught Jirachi, but I saw Jirachi in it, which is like not.
Oh
easy.
god, I just raised my
I have
mouth.
no mouth.
And I must
Scrim.
scream. Scrim.
Must
Fuck it,
scrim
we're
for the
going with
crunch.
this. I love this.
Perfect.
Perfect.
That's a picture. This is picture of a cat freaking out, and he wants like kibble, and it's just like the cat yelling, and it just like under it says like.
I'm legally a bird now.
I
I
think.
think.
But under the picture, the caption just says he screamed for the crunch.
A star.
Oh, have you guys seen the picture of that snake?
what do you
And
think
said
you're
that
doing?
the guy, I see this bread and I munch on it.
Oh god.
You can't just jump in and fiddle with the annual Bird Movie Awards. That's fraud!
Fraud! I'm trying to
Everyone,
win the birdie this year.
Trying to win the
Where
birdie.
are my owl guards at? Why are the owls so darn useless?
Is he so darn useless?
Darn.
Yeah, darn
The-
useless.
So darn. He's not like
accent.
so damn useless.
Well, he's like he's Scottish.
Right? Yeah, I figured.
You're in big
Lass,
trouble.
you know.
If you're helping crooked DJ Grooves rig the awards, and I can't take you to jail, then you're got to help me even the score. That's right. You're got to be the star of my movies too.
Oh boy.
Here, hold our newest prop. Practice showing it off and bring it to my movie set tomorrow. You got that?
You got that?
Don't be late.
Judy Garland.
Yeah,
As a
I mean,
child?
basically, yeah.
As a child.
Womp, womp.
Wow.
Oh, the phrase has been ruined for me.
Yep. Yep.
God, fuck that. I just do it from like Archer.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
that used to be a recurring bit on Archer.
Yes.
Because they used to just do that all the
Womp
time.
womp.
Actually, there's a really funny one at the beginning of the show where they just do like, he like just has like a swan, like a tinfoil swan, and he just like bopped like the girl like he was like at lunch with. He just went bok bok, just like knocked her on the nose with its beak. It was really funny.
That's amazing.
I should just do that now. Just bok bok.
I'm
Replaced.
Oh, I am confused by Archer. Is the show like have like an arc, a continuous arc through one season, or is
Yep.
it like
Mm, yes and no.
Wait, what are you asking? Are you asking if the whole show is an arc, or are you asking if the recent?
is the
Seasons.
is the whole show an arc? Like the first season is like spy stuff, and the thing the seasons following in that.
Oh, you can do
are
either
the-
one right. Either one right now.
The show is a continuing
Owl
arc,
Express.
all set in the same universe. But in the first one, it's more straightforwardly like a parody of '60s like spy films
Yeah.
and like with a touch of like just FX comedy in there.
Yeah.
But and then in the other ones, it gets like
Crazier.
crazier and like
There's good
But
guy.
they have-
There's a good guy clone Hitler in there.
kinda. He's one of the boys from Brazil, but yeah, he is like a
Right?
was
Isn't
like
he?
a clone. Yeah,
But he became good or like less overtly crazy.
Well, he was
evil?
one of the boys from Brazil, the people who fled to Brazil after like the Nuremberg trials and stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
And like he basically managed to grow up like
I'm gonna go
good
right
and
away.
work for the good people. He also marries a hologram of an anime waifu. It's real weird. They also have an entire season that's just a Miami Vice parody.
Yeah.
It's called
I've
Archer
seen-
Vice.
Yeah, I've seen.
It's a
that.
great
Yeah.
show. But to get back to
I'm
the
so
story,
ready for this. We're going to Orient Express.
well, I
parody.
guess we're just gonna get an info dump. So anyway, so
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
no, I was just like it's hard to find time to just explain. Basically, just to sum up the thing, Michael Clark Duncan character from Michael Clark Duncan's character from Slam and Salmon is like, oh, I lost a bet with these Japanese businessmen on this crazy hunt we did or whatever, and by losing the bet, I owe them $1 million. So he sets up a tournament with like all of the people, all the wait staff, and is like, whoever gets the most tips tonight gets this stay at a luxury resort place. And meanwhile, his goal was
Oh, I
to
didn't mean to do
take their tip money and use it to pay off the debt, which is really shitty.
Oh.
And like at the very end of the movie, he's like, sorry, I have to take this money. We didn't even manage to raise enough, but I have to take it. And everybody's like, really? You fucking kidding me? He's like, how do you think I'm gonna pay off $1 million yen? And they're like, $1 million yen? That's like $10,000. He's like, oh, well, that's easy then. Like, it's something like that. It's really funny.
That's great.
Oh god.
Alright, let's talk to this.
Welcome back, lassie. I haven't written a script for my next movie yet, so...
I thought maybe it was 100,000 yen. It was only like $1,000 or something.
Okay.
Call for you when the script is ready.
It's actually really funny because like it plays off of like LA tropes and waiter tropes and stuff like that, and they kind of like play into like, man, this sucks being a waiter when you
Whoa,
deal
whoa,
with
whoa,
this.
whoa, 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 whoa.
It's okay.
Sorry.
So
Fellow
he's-
owl.
He's haunting you.
He looks
now.
like. What's that mad? What's that mad?
It's Spy versus Spy.
He looks like Spy versus Spy.
That's all I could think when I first played this.
Is this fucking Spy versus Spy?
As you can tell, I am also an express
Do they still do
owl.
those comics?
I do much
Or
quoting.
The Mad Magazine?
Magazine, yeah.
I think so.
From
Maybe.
one owl to another.
I know they had the cartoon on Cartoon Network recently. Whoa. Oh.
What's your
uncle-
name?
sister's
Uncle,
maiden
sister's
name?
baby
What else?
name.
No, we can shoot it. What is your uncle sister's maiden name? This sounds like a password. He's trying to get a password out of me. Like
What is it? What is your uncle sister's
Sisters.
name?
That's a lot.
that's
Don't actually say it. Just want to throw that out there. Don't actually.
No.
It's Hekima.
Frumpkin.
No. I was gonna do. I need backspace.
Rumpelstiltskin.
Frumple.
Oh.
Frumple. What's Rumpelstiltskin from?
Rumpelstiltskin is a fairy tale.
Okay, but Frumpelstiltskin. I heard that before.
I don't know. It's probably in something.
I don't know. Frumple.
Rumpelstiltskin.
Oh, it's Frumple.
I see.
I see. This is the kind
I respect from a fellow Express Owl.
You can't quite hear it, but when he says, like, because in the dialogue he has written out what you type, and when it gets to that point, he just goes, "Oh, it is." It's like mumbles. He's like, I see.
Okay. Can I hit him?
But yeah, one of the tropes in it is that one of the characters gets a table with a guy played by Will Forte, and he's just this old man, and he's sitting at the table, and he's like, "Do you need anything?" "No, I just need a drink." And he's just sitting there for hours. He's like, "Oh my god, this old guy is he's not ordering like any meal. He's just sitting there getting drinks. He's literally sitting there reading War and Peace. And he reads the entirety of War and Peace at his table, and he's like, "This guy ruined my. I can't do the contest because he's like the only table I had, and like I didn't get any money." And at the end, the guy's like, "Thanks. Actually, this was like." I actually have a terminal illness and I'm like passing away, and I decided to spend the last of my days like enjoying a nice book at like a nice setting, and I really appreciate it, and you were a very kind young man. And like he leaves a tip of like $10,000. It's crazy.
You had a pet.
Jesus.
What do you think the name?
What do you think the name of your pet's childhood pet would be?
Cause you're saying like, did you know pets can have pets? It's true.
Ralph. And for some reason I was just like Ralph.
I think I'll go just Ralph.
Yeah, just do it, Ralph.
It's certainly. I heard him do that time.
Even for a pet's pet.
Even for a pet's pet. I can't leave now. I can't leave now.
I believe.
Can I talk to everybody in there? Or can I do it again?
Talk to the express out.
Notice that there's suddenly a lot of crows on this train?
Oh, they're crows.
Stop.
And they're all trying to act like they're owls.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lot of crows.
Stop did you get
Actually, I believe all the owls are played by ProZD.
Oh, that's
my God,
amazing.
it's
Wait, the
it's-
crows or the actual owls?
The owls. The actual owls.
Like the guy
the one you're
talking
talking
to
to
right
right now. Yeah.
I want to turn up the volume up, but I want to hear that.
That's
He's
I
doing
love,
like
I
a
love his
voice.
acting. Wait.
Did you notice that there's suddenly a lot of crows on this train?
Yeah, that's
They all
totally
know
him.
how-
Oh, I can hear it.
Me too.
Well, you're finally here. Well, you'll never defeat.
I collected all 900 pine cones. I've been searching in the dark.
What is
Actually,
that from?
It's from Final Fantasy IX.
Okay,
It's
that's
the
funny.
theme of Final Fantasy IX.
Oh, I was gonna like that was an actual like side thing in Final Fantasy IX.
What do you mean?
no,
you
no,
felt
no. The song. It's called
Hello, fellow
Melodies of
express
Home or
Wait,
something
hold on.
like that. Memories of Home.
about security.
Melodies of Home. I
I
believe.
care about security a whole lot. You should not be going around telling information.
That's not proceeding. Go on. Sorry. Okay, off.
But I think it's called
Security, I can help
Melodies
you
of Life. That's
become
what it's
more
called.
secure. What is your favorite combination
There it
of
is.
letters and numbers?
What I was gonna say, what was the song that played in the beginning for the play that you do?
Oh, Vimia Flanco, or something like
Yeah,
that. It's I can look it up right now, but it's like Vamo Flanco.
Can I go to? Can I
Because
go
I remember,
anywhere?
I remember it being
Dang
something
it! I
like
can't go
that.
higher than 7.
It's really catchy.
It's dope.
I was gonna do 8675309, but I can't do 8 or 9 on this.
Nobuo Uematsu. I think it was the last one he did the music for.
There.
Yeah, Vamo a la
that's the
Flamenco. Vamo a la Flamenco,
Yeah.
which I believe is something along the lines of like
Is also my favorite
I'm
combination of letters
going-
and numbers.
to the tango or by the tango.
That
Something
makes
along the
sense.
lines of like doing it with tango or something. Like,
Okay.
like going through with tango.
Have you
Or,
noticed
or with the flamenco, sorry.
They keep asking for personal
So
details.
from
and I
from the
never know what to
instrumental
answer.
and the tempo of it, it's that
There it
fits.
is.
Hello, fellow Express Owl. I am stuck on an advanced mathematical and scientific issue. Do you
Oh,
see
that
this
up.
advanced formula on the blackboard? Can you decipher the scientific
Oh,
formula?
trying to get you to do the like when you're logging into something. Look,
Yeah, CAPTCHA.
they're trying to do like the yeah.
It doesn't matter what you say.
Just
I see.
I am not a robot.
Thank you, fellow Express Owl.
Yeah, I just looked it up to double check.
thank you for agreeing to the terms and conditions on the back and side of the blackboard.
I did double check.
Oh God!
I did double check, and Vamo a la Flamenco literally is I am going to flamenco.
I don't get it. How is this a scientific equation of any kind? It's just scrambled numbers and letters, like those you see on an online form.
Oh, you can like.
Or
you
I
can-
go to flamenco.
Alright.
So it can either mean I'm going to a place if flamenco is a place, or I am going to like
Verb flamenco.
flamenco, like, or I am like going in order to flamenco or like dance or something. I want to say it's like a noun way of saying it though. I don't quite know.
Oh God! Oh God!
Nah, yeah, that one's
What are
pretty-
you doing?
Express Owl. Do you ever wonder what it would be like to be a superhero? The most important feature.
All the
of a
questions sound
superhero
like
is
the kind of questions you put on like.
Yeah, on an online forum,
On an online
which is
forum to
very
protect
intentional.
yourself.
If you
Yeah.
were a superhero, what would your name be? If entered in the online forum,
Froppy.
Yeah.
Froppy. Froppy.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, it's from My Hero Academia. The Suyu, who's like, she's like a girl who like, her quirk is like makes her frog-like. She has like a long tongue that she can use to like grab onto things or hit people with, and she's like this like really talented rescue hero. I think that's what she wants to do, is like be a rescue hero.
Yeah.
And they have a part where they're like, okay, now you can all choose your names. And she goes up there, and everybody just likes her character so much in the world and like outside of it. And she's just like, what did you want your superhero name to be? And she's just like, I went with Froppy, the rescue hero. And everybody in the, like, you expect everybody to be like, oh, that's kind of lame. And everybody in the class literally just goes, yeah, Froppy. And they just start cheering.
Everyone gets so hyped. It's great.
That's amazing.
All
Okay,
right, well, I think we
this is-
can,
Yeah.
figure out more of this when we come back for more jam pack.
Yes, we can.
Bye.
Bye. Peace.
Now that's my jam, dog.